kind of disruptive behavior, if I can put it that way, because that day was disruptive. There's never happened on the appointments committee before. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree. It has never. But you see, it's about the decision of a caucus. It's not really the committee. It's the caucus on the committee that took that decision and took the decision to disrupt. So it wasn't one member of that caucus that did it. It was the entire group. They decided that vetting won't continue. They will disrupt, they will pull cables, they will raise chairs, tables. So it was a decision. And you know, in Parliament, when the caucus takes a decision, they are all bound. So we've had chaotic things on the floor because a certain caucus took that decision. So it became chaotic. So people should understand how Parliament works. It's not an individual decision. It was a group decision that the group, this is all will do. And they did it, they carried it out. So the damnation and the condemnation must go to the group, not the individual members. Because the individuals were only executing the direction of the group and the group leader. I am sure that if the group leader has yelled that day that it's okay, let's go, I'm sure that marching order, every one of them would have followed.
Chief Whip, you agree that in the 8th Parliament, there were a couple of instances where there were some disruptions. If I recall, about 2 or 3. But there was never a probe, per se, like what Speaker has established now. Do you agree that perhaps this is a time for us to review certain behaviors that are showing up but are not that parliamentary?
Yes. For instance, when the nights you and I and we voted for Speaker Bagby, we saw when a group decided that one of them should go and chew ballot paper, go and grab the ballot paper. That was the decision by the group. And one person went to execute it. It resulted in chaos. They brought in soldiers, they brought in the police. My leader then, the Honorable Haruna Idrisu, actually requested for an inquiry, but somehow it was ignored. Maybe an inquiry from outside, because an inquiry was to be about us. So the inquiry should have been by a body from outside. They will go, who appear and give testimony. I was shocked for 2 hours that night. You know, taste as it were, because we're in the forefront. So yes, increasingly in a short span of, should I say 6 years or 5 years, we've had some recurrent sins in Parliament. That isn't good. In Parliament, you disagree, you register your protestation forcefully as it could be, then you walk out. You hold your press conferences as vociferously as you could, as frequently as you could, but you don't practically engage in physical destructions. That is untoward. And so I agree that this inquiry be done, a report to be prepared, and recommendations made to guide our work forward.